Nah. Nah. Okay, I think we're good.
I'm trying to think of a song about art, and I can't think of any like painting songs off the top of my head.
I
feel like there's got to be something that's
the
like
only
painting.
song I can think of is "Whip Your Hair," but the music video is her whipping paint out of her hair.
That doesn't
That's
count.
the only thing I can
There's got to be a
think
song
of.
about painting the blood of your enemies, like, or something. Like, there's got to be some song that has the word paint in it.
Only thing I can think of is I'm seeing red, but
yeah, I don't know.
Anyways, we sound fine. Hello, people. It's us, Bros Rin. I'm your host, Younger Bro.
I'm your host, Older Bro.
And we are back with Dead Phone. I mean, Katawa Shoujo.
Katawa Shoujo, the dead phone.
Yeah, unfortunately, my phone is half dead, so it's on my battery charger.
And it's going to be further self-dead by the fact that he is playing it throughout the entire stream.
Well, it should at least keep its charge.
Yeah.
The wire's wrapped around the fucking wheel.
Oh, of course it is.
Okay. I wake up all sweaty from the Fortnite losses that I had last night.
No.
As if I ran half a marathon in my
This
sleep.
kid does not have the stuff to do Fortnite in his room.
He feels this way now. Wait, hold on. Okay. I just need to double check and make sure that's the save. Okay,
yep,
good.
that is the save.
Okay. Because it's
yes. You're on the right save.
Good, we didn't do the run.
No.
Okay. Odd, I don't recall sleeping badly. It seems a little pang of worry through me. I wouldn't want to have my heart acting up without being able to notice it. Still, apart from the odd exhaustion, right after waking up, I'm feeling just right as rain. My mouth is like sandpaper and I have nothing to drink, so I have to go all the way to the bathroom to take my meds. On impulse, I decided to take a shower while I'm at it.
This music's interesting.
Yeah, guys, like, at night, my throat gets really, really dry. I always have 2 water bottles at my bed at all times. While I'm in the shower, I wake up in the morning, love, where the sunshine hurts my eyes. I make up my mind that this counts as morning exercise. If I properly concentrate with compensate with a nice half-hour walk after school. Obviously, I wouldn't want to risk possible complications by going running now. Besides, Emmy will never know, and I think she's given up on me. In any case, walking could be nice. Anyway, just to get to know the area. There's a big forest in the hills behind the school. I wonder if I can find Bigfoot out there. Or I could go down to the convenience store.
If you could find Bigfoot in there, you'd probably end up in a situation where that'd be a dateable option. Which would be fucking weird.
Oh, my cryptid girlfriend. That's a scary thought.
I am scared by that thought and surprised that doesn't already exist. And in fact, I'm surprised it hasn't been done by that specific company.
If it does exist, the closest I can think of is like my vampire girlfriend. Whilst dabbing the moisture off my skin, I set out to find my uniforms. Alright guys, super dab! I quickly button up my shirt and pull off... Sorry, I almost said pull off my pants. Pull on my pants before going outside. Normally, during this time of year, I'd be eagerly awaiting summer vacation. Having only been at school for a little over a week, I don't really have that kind of feeling. I'm still savoring the school life and considering the sharp and awkward turn my life has taken. I haven't had the time to become preoccupied with getting free of it.
Well, I have found 3 different itch.io games that are basically that.
Besides, yeah, we'll have to look it up, guys. My cryptid girlfriend coming soon to Bros Game Night.
No. Hello, Mr. B. What's happened to you?
You lost a game in Uno?
Your family decided to allow you back in the lower part of your house?
Besides, once vacation hit,
You have a steak bomb pizza. What in the heck is a steak bomb pizza?
it'll be a nice surprise for me if I'm not expecting it, especially with the end of term exams looming ahead. At least I don't have any catching up to do with my studies.
It's a Philly cheesesteak pizza?
My diligence has finally paid off. I push myself past the boys gathered in the doorway and flop into my seat. From the corner of my eye, I see Shizune and Misha pause their unavoidably animated conversation and turn almost simultaneously in my direction. They clearly want something from me. I can tell from the way Shizune smiles. It's too obnoxiously bright to be sincere and too calculated to be spontaneous.
To be fair, Mr. B, that does sound very good, but that sounds like, even more filling than a normal pizza. So, like, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, that just sounds so dense. Like, that feels like, I'm having a heart attack just hearing that. Anyways, good morning!
Her greeting is made of 100% cheer and bursting energy. Morning. I failed to put either of those into my response.
You don't look very energetic.
No wonder I don't feel very energetic either. Maybe Ren's rubbing off on me. It's not a good feeling. Please help. I think I didn't sleep well, but I'm not sure. She slaps me in the back and grins.
She puts her breasts in her face and grins. Cheer up a bit, it's a great day!
To be alive, I know the sun... Damn it, I fucked it up. I catch Tsune's eye. She has a strange, focused expression on her face, but she furrows her brow a little at direct eye contact and looks away.
Yeah, Mr. B, I hope that you have, I hope you enjoy your lunch tomorrow, and also maybe your dinner tomorrow, depending on how dense that is.
For a moment, I think that Shizune caught a glimpse of my worries somehow, and is pondering how to respond, but then she quickly straightens her glasses, and with them her expression.
Anyway, we were wondering if you were still interested in that student council position, because we're going to make an offer that you can't refuse. I am upset that they said we're going to make you an offer that you can't decline. Fuck you. Go back. Fix the reference.
Wait, what? I wasn't really interested in the first place. You're putting words in my mouth.
Not so much, but wouldn't it be nice to hang out with us every day while also being useful to your school?
Well, to tell you the truth, I kind of joined a club, so it'd actually be sort of hard for me to join the council too. I like how...
Hold on, I'm gonna predict her next line. What? What do you mean you joined a club?
Anyway, I like how earlier, like in the prologue, pretty much, Act 1, where pretty much he said the door was closed to join this council.
Well, here's the thing. It was closed. There was literally no way for you after that option to get the Shizune route. It was actually closed.
Well, I'm wondering if you can still join the student council somehow. Even if I wanted to, which I don't, as I said.
Is that so? Which club isn't he, Chan?
The art club.
She is so pissed!
Shizune's eyes glint in a sinister way as she scrawls at me. With the way she looks, I'll be expecting the art club to lose its funding before lunch break.
That is probably what she's trying to figure out.
To mysteriously disappear from the face of the
I
earth.
believe, absolutely, that she is in fact planning right now how to defund the art club.
Before she manages to comment, the teacher finally enters the classroom, getting Shizune and Misha off my back and sending everyone rummaging in their bags for books and pens. I did join the art club, but the first meeting didn't really boost my confidence. I'm not really sure what I'm doing it for.
I mean, look, man, while you weren't Rin levels of good, like, your art wasn't bad.
Definitely better than what I could do.
Yeah, like, it almost looked stylized, honestly.
I wish I could draw like Ren, but I don't know what I would do if I could. To what end would I use such a skill? I don't really know. There is
Impressing a girl.
There's actually an artist I know who specializes in making pretty much not shit drawing, but they basically take a picture and make it look like a 5-year-old drew it.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds easy, but it probably is not. just guessing. That's probably very difficult, actually. Especially if you're good at art.
No, this guy, if he wanted to, he could probably... he could
a recognized artist, basically. He could be very good.
Yes, he could probably paint any like anime character if he wanted to. Yeah. He just specializes in making children art.
Yeah.
I think his goal was like to make the children's art museum or something like that. Like of the United States. Anyway, ignoring the teacher's sleep-inducing voice, I opened my notebook to an empty page and pressed the needle-sharp graphite tip on the pencil onto it. What to draw?
Oh, you're actually going to draw.
Ren. I can't really think of anything good to draw right now.
Draw Misha.
How about Shizune? As I hesitate and raise my hand, a meek blank mark left on the previously blank paper seems aggravating. Oh, I've had that. It sucks so bad. Like, you're thinking the draw and then you accidentally tap on the paper. Yep. I hate it. I can't even seem to get to the starting line, let alone get started. It's almost a physical feeling of being held back.
It is a physical feeling of being held back.
It reminds me of my failed attempt at jogging with Emmy. I look out the window in desperation. Right then, a small bird takes flight from one of the cherry trees that grew everywhere on the school grounds. Oh my gosh, I think he's trying to experience maybe the artist eye or something like that. I can't really see it clearly, and it's not like I could tell one tiny bird from another, but I pick it as my subject anyway. Conjuring up the image of a bird in my mind's eye, I turn my gaze back to the notebook and deliberately draw a thick line across the paper to get started. It seems to be mocking me. There you go, draw the Mockingjay symbol, as I can't follow up right away. Still, it's a start. Getting started is good. I slowly sketch the picture on the notebook page, the image in my brain becoming clearer as the drawing takes shape. Yeah, I wish I could do this. I constantly need whatever model or anime, like, picture I'm looking at. I need to constantly be looking at it.
Yep.
It's really nothing, just that nameless nothing bird on the paper, but that's not important. It's starting to look like a crow.
Could be.
My hesitation fades into the background along with the teacher's voice as I continue my struggle. The feathers from a simple pattern in my mind, but on paper it's a mess of too many rough lines despite my best efforts. Looks good to me. I realize that I don't really know what a bird's wing should look like, even if I tried to think about it. I even put the pencil down and closed my eyes for a moment, trying to trace the shape of a wing in my
He's gonna get so distracted from his studies now.
God, I've tried to draw a bird's wing. It is not.
Yeah, honestly, that looks really good.
Easy.
Like
being this serious about it all of a sudden makes me a little frustrated. Art class in middle school was the easy class in between exhausting subjects like math or Japanese. But there's the other side to art, the one that you see when you don't just fool around.
Not bad, honestly.
Definitely better than what I can do. That's the start of Articuno almost. It's almost like
I feel like the
completely
neck's a
different
problem.
thing.
Like it needs to have a bend in its neck.
It kind of does.
Yeah, but it doesn't have much of one. So it looks.
Well, pretend this is feathers.
Yeah, it's like it feels.
I don't know what's
scrunched.
with the leg though.
He-chan.
It looks like its leg is broken.
Oh, He-chan.
I look up to see two girls staring back at me. Misha and Sasune have carried their chairs to my desk and are now standing by my sides, looking at my drawing. How long you two been here? Long enough to watch you draw?
I think you need more practice.
Sasune draws a few sharp signs in the air between herself and Misha.
Shi-chan agrees.
Ren said the exact same thing yesterday, but why did it sound less condescending?
Because she was saying it as, you just need some more practice and you'll be really good. And they're saying, you need more practice, you'll never be good.
You shouldn't judge before I'm finished. Besides, don't you know it's bad luck to see an unfinished piece of work? Misha cracks him. Exuberant laughter.
What? Don't be silly. There's no way that could be true.
Whatever. Shizune's eyebrows furrow dangerously, and the movements of her hands become abrupt, like the slashing of a knife.
You should learn to take constructive criticism better.
I would if you actually offered some. Fuck!
Valid statement.
Damn!
Yeah, I will when you give constructive criticism and not destructive
I know
criticism.
I'm getting too defensive and that Shizune is taking advantage of it, but I can't help it. What are you doing here anyway? Misha wags her finger admonishingly at my nose.
Tisk tisk, Ki-chan. Were you not listening to the teacher at all? We have a group assignment, now!
I nod blankly and let them take the lead.
Bleakly, but close enough. So, what do you think of the lesson for today?
Not much of anything, I didn't listen to a word of it. Misha slaps her forehead and shakes her head
Theatrically.
Theatrically.
What are we going to do with you, He-chan?
Leave me alone. Luckily, Shizune and Misha together are more effective than 3 or 4 people. Normal people. So I can mostly slack on the assignment.
Oh, you're one of those
God,
people. You're one of those people that everyone hates.
I try my best to offer at least some assistance, but I end up being mostly useless. I have felt this way on several group projects where
you were trying, but
I did try, useless. But yeah, exactly. Like, most of my hard work came if we had to take it home.
Yeah.
And like, I'd get the assignment done. But once we got back...
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Like, I do little things here and there, but...
Yep.
The teacher keeps us in class 5 minutes past the lunch bells. But eventually lets us off the hook. I've rarely had this happen.
Yeah. I
quickly stuff my books into my bag while Shizune and Misha carry their chairs back to their seats and ignore me for the rest of the day. The failure of a bird drawing ends up crumpled and stuffed in my pocket as I hurry outside.
Lunchtime.
Back at the club, after the morning class and throughout the week, I keep bumping into Ren.
Makes
Whoa,
sense.
Is this like a big time jump?
It's throughout the week, apparently.
Hello. Okay, we're back to wall of text.
Yep.
This is somewhat natural as our classrooms are adjacent, but rather than just cross paths in the hallway like people regularly do, we seem to pause at the sight of each other.
Oh God. We're an anime couple.
We invariably end up talking a little bit or just slightly hanging out together.
Silently.
Oh, silently. That's nice. I think I'm getting used to being quiet in Rin's company as it doesn't
That's
feel
a different
as
arrow.
awkward anymore. I am by nature somewhat introverted like her, so we fit together well. Like, I don't hate the wall of text that Katawa Shoujo does.
Yeah.
I hated the one that Lily in the Valley did.
Because Lily of the Valley almost exclusively did walls of text.
Yes.
And then dialogue lists, or like characterless dialogue.
I just think this looks terrible. I don't like wall of text at all, but I understand why they're using it. Sort of.
Yeah, in some situations it's fine. but in most situations, it's not that good.
I think it's actually an anomaly for someone in the school to be so quiet. Most people here seem to love socializing, but we have a silent partnership.
Yep.
It's something that I've noticed already. Even though I haven't been here very long, people here talk a lot, and they talk all the time.
Yep.
It's a rare case when I see someone sitting alone, just spacing out or whatever. Obviously, there are people like that here, too. That Hanako girl and myself, just to name two from my own class. But overall, they are a minority. At any rate, I wouldn't exactly call what Rin and I do socializing either, because it's something, but it is something at least. These occurrences themselves don't bother me, but the fact that they happen at all does.
What the heck's that mean?
I'd hesitate to say that we are drawn together by something, but we certainly act as if we were.
Please stop acknowledging the game.
This sense of buddying friendship is completely wrecked every time Ren opens her mouth.
A budding friendship.
Can I listen to your heartbeat?
Just say sure, why not?
Please say yes.
Just say sure, why not?
Yes, I'll hold you. She says this or something else about as outrageous, and I have to fend off whatever nonsense her mind has cooked up during the preceding class of a subject that she is not interested in. It seems Rin has taken a shine to my heart condition as some kind of extension of her interest in the odder disabilities that people here have, and the consequences of said afflictions. As I stand in front of her for a second too long, looking as flummoxed as I am, she concludes it is necessary to further clarify your request.
I can't imagine why.
This is too good. I know I can, but I mean, will you let me? If I had this hand gesture, I'd do it.
If I had this hand gesture, she gestures with the hands she doesn't have. I would do it with the hands I don't have.
Cuddle. Oh, that one. I was doing the hand gesture of pointing your index fingers at each other.
I mean, she has feet. She can still do that.
Oh, she looks down at her feet and she touches
if I had
her
hands,
big toes. You want to shake my floof? Why? Do I need a reason? I'm usually pretty bad with reasons.
I've noticed.
Not per se, but if you want to do it, you probably do have a reason. That's kind of clever. You're smarter than you look.
No, I promise you, that's not me being smart. That's me recognizing the one truth of the world, that people do things for a reason. So you must have some reason to want to do it.
You're right, I just want to. That's it. You have found the reason. Also, I'd rather you not. I think these things should be private.
Okay, can I come to your room?
I'm waiting for her to ask that. She wouldn't mind asking that. Private, I get it. No, I don't think you do. I can tell you something though. If it amuses you, I'm pretty sure it will. My heartbeat does sound very weird because of the, condition. And I hear it all the time. So you're paranoid? It's not a question, it's a statement. No, I am not paranoid. The doctor said that abnormal attention to heartbeat is a common symptom of my condition. So for you, it's normal to be paranoid. It's not a question either. One could also say that me being like this in the first place isn't normal either. But what the heck? Paranoia fits me fine. I don't think it's something that actually can fit anyone or anywhere.
I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a game called Paranoia, and I'm pretty sure that name fits pretty well.
You know, I ate an orange today for breakfast. I'm sure you did. How was it? I'm vaguely proud of myself, managing to keep up with Ren's sudden change of topic. Unfortunately, older bro can't do the same.
I'm sorry. I don't expect an instantaneous change of topic. Would you believe that I assume that as a channel that prides itself to some level on its, comedy and comedic timing, that we're gonna sit on a topic for at least a couple sentences before you randomly move on?
And here's what you don't understand. We suck at it.
We suck at it because you keep changing topic every 3 seconds before you can actually get anywhere with it.
If we could get anywhere with it at all, so hey, move on.
You're just like, nah, fuck it, this conversation's going nowhere. Toss it, moving on, not explaining to anyone that I'm doing that. Just pick it up, bitch.
Excellent. I don't remember when I last ate an orange, because it's annoying to peel one. It's on the list of things I want to learn properly. I would gladly eat an orange if it was already peeled.
Yeah.
How come you ate one then? Emmy had some, so she peeled one for me. Good for you. Ren stretches her back and yawns and says nothing further. She throws me a glance from the corner of her eye while she watches people pass by, but I couldn't say why. I realize, though, that this is the first time I've talked naturally about my condition with anyone, in a way. A group of boys walk past us to Ren's classroom, but she doesn't pay them any mind. They pay none to her either. My mind wanders off, spurred by the silence. Maybe I should let her listen to my heart. It's not like it matters. Nothing really matters that much at the end of the day. Oh, so you want me to listen now? I started feeling depressed for no reason again. It's like a tidal wave of nowhere rolling over my consciousness, submerging me underwater.
At first I thought it said underwear. I was like, wait, what? Where's this sentence going?
Submerging me underwear.
Yeah, my brain read that and I'm like, wait a minute, no.
I feel a sigh coming out of my mouth and I turn away from Rin, pretending to read a poster on the wall. It's an advertisement for the school festival, promoting an event almost a week past. The difference between me and Ren is that I'll be more likely than not dead before turning 30, while she can't eat oranges without help. I can't decide which one of us is worse off. I try to grasp the passing of time, but it seems hard. I'm still used to the rhythm of the hospital, where
trivialities
such as the day of the week or time of day didn't really matter. Everything was the same, no matter what. Rediscovering the significance of time is an oddly disorienting experience, and I find myself enjoying the fact that I can categorize events in this fashion. The relevancy of a ticking clock is surprisingly delightful, and I decide to start wearing an analog wristwatch, something I didn't used to do before. When I finally asked Ren on Thursday about something that's been bothering me for the entire week, it's already lunchtime. Rough. The time is somewhere between 11:06 and 11:07. As my watch, AM or PM?
Well,
as my
the
watch
light's outside, so
and to show seconds. I'm guessing this is Japan, so if it's light outside, it would be PM.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know how to explain this to you, but time is universal everywhere.
Okay.
So that means noon here is the exact same time of day as noon in Japan. As in, at noon in Japan, the sun is overhead. And at noon here, the sun is overhead. Those two times just aren't the same.
Oh.
So at 11:06 in Japan, it's like 8 p.m. here.
Okay.
But it's still 11:06 there. The sun's still at about overhead.
Okay.
So
It's the old-fashioned kind with a black leather strap and titanium casing. It doesn't look flashy, but a wristwatch doesn't need to.
You should tell that to people who are rich, who buy, like, diamond-encrusted wristwatches, just to be like, well, I have money.
I really want to get me, like, a smart wristwatch. That way, A, I don't have to tell time from the old-fashioned clock, and B, that way I don't have to keep checking my phone for the fucking time.
Younger bro wants an Apple Watch, apparently. Or the equivalent for his phone.
There's a Samsung smartwatch.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Hey, remember that sketch you made of me? How you said I looked grim and gloomy or something? I'd like to know what you meant by that. She gives me a weird look and tilts her head a few degrees to the left, but doesn't say anything for a while. Well, you see, we've known each other for 2 weeks, and I haven't seen you smile even once. Huh. Her striking observation gives me a pause. Have I stopped smiling? I have to take what she says as truth. She has no reason to lie. Something about the way she's blushing puts it annoys me. I frown at Rin, then try to correct my expression to look less depressed. I haven't been in the cheeriest of moods during the past few months or so, that is true. Does it show so much that someone like Rin can tell after so little contact with me? Should I try to smile more at Rin? Maybe she could appreciate it, having such a neutral face herself almost all the time. Have I really stopped smiling? I see. Should I smile more? I don't mind either way. Be as you are. You can't help being so, Hisao, anyway. But it bothers you. I just noticed it, that's all. Emiest gets along the hallway,
here is infinite smiling.
to a sharp stop when she reaches us, and lightly pats Rin's shoulder.
Ready for lunch?
Depends on what lunch is today. Remember that stew from March? Never again. That. Got it?
Let's go anyway. I'm starving.
As they are about to depart, Emmy turns from her friend to me, seemingly as an afterthought, and smiles charmingly.
By the way, Hisao.
Her tone is way too sweet and soft to be sincere. I can sense the trap about to be strung upon me by this miniature health devil. I know what she's about to say even before she continues because I've been trying to avoid her all week.
I still haven't seen you at the track this entire week.
Maybe I've been there when you haven't.
I'm never not at the track. That's impossible. I'm there all the time.
Of course. But you sleep and go to class.
And you're also not there now. I do those at the same time as you do.
Yeah, I know. I just haven't been able to pick myself up. Don't rat me out to the nurse, okay? Running just isn't my thing, and I haven't come up with a good alternative.
Why don't you come to the track meet this weekend? Maybe you'll get inspired.
Track meet?
Yeah, people from a few other schools come here for some friendly track and field action. It's on Sunday afternoon.
I can't think of any reason not to go. Sure, I'll come and cheer for you. I guess you'll be running?
Of course, you get to see me beat them all. But bye now. If I don't get something to eat, I'll die.
See you later. Bye, Rin. I promise I'll smile next time. I call after her as a bit of afterthought. Afterward, I feel embarrassed about it and wonder why I said anything at all. That night, when I undoubtedly certain that Kenji won't be barging into my room. Sorry,
In the bathroom.
In the bathroom, I look in the mirror and smile at my reflection.
Either one, though.
The me in the mirror smiling at the me in the bathroom looks awfully fake. Dang it. I need to smile more like Elise from Sonic.
Also, I love the fact that Katawa Shoujo's logo is a heart with a patch on it because you are the main character with a heart condition and your heart's been patched. Like,
Yeah.
that is such a great logo decision.
Having exhausted the books Kenji lent me in just a few nights, I go back to the library, deeming it a safer alternative for getting my reading fix. I return the books he had stolen while I'm at it, to Yuko's delight. I don't tell her where I got them, though.
Oh, wow, you sure read a lot, don't you?
Yeah, I guess I do. I mean, I do, even I think it's weird. I think I might have a reading problem. Maybe I'm a junkie.
Oh, no, I didn't mean it that way. It's not weird at all, and being addicted to reading's a lot better than being addicted to something else.
Yeah, I know, it was a joke. I smile at her reassuringly and drop the books on the counter so Yuko can check them out. I feel tired, so I sit down in the vacant chair in front of her desk. While Yuko goes through the modest pile of reading material I found, I let my gaze wander around the library. At the tables, a pair of girls is chatting in hushed tones rather than working on their homework. The short-haired one notices me looking in their direction and waves at me. While I raise my hand, they glance at each other and giggle in unison. I'm not sure how I should feel about that, so I decided it's a good thing. The one who waved at me has a horrible case of epilepsy. I saw her having an attack a few days ago. It was one of the most disturbing and scary things I've seen in a very long time. Yet there she is, happily chirping away about whatever, as if she doesn't have a care in the world. You know, this school is really something else. Yuko raises her eyes from the book she was going through, slightly startled. She adjusts her glasses and puts on a nervous, confused smile.
What do you mean?
I don't really know how to explain it. It's just that everyone's so active. Or how should I put it? It's not just the festival thing, I think, even though I haven't been here that long, but it's everything. People talk more, work harder, and just play smarter. Or more than in any school I've seen before.
I mean, there's a very obvious reason for that I think the game's about to give, but generally, when people are denied the ability to succeed, and then are given an ability to succeed, they jump at it.
I'm struggling for words, but it feels like I am speaking honestly. The school feels so alive. It's refreshing. It makes me feel like I'm sick.
Stuck.
Sorry, stuck.
So it's saying,
Hey, Zero.
hello, Zero. But yeah, so the option here is, do you want to try to be feel uplifting and say it makes me smile, or it feels like I can't smile? Like I feel positive about this, or I feel like I can't be positive.
What makes me sad is I think Rin wants to go with it makes me feel like I'm stuck. That's kind of why she draws you, because she draws you grim, but I just don't know if this choice matters.
I don't know either, and I'm not looking it up, so I'd say save and do whichever one you want. The worst comes to worst is we come back and do the options again.
Sure, there were some people like this in my old school, too, but not as many. And it feels more intense somehow. I think if I had to pin it down to one thing, that the students here really appreciate going to school.
I don't think that's a bad thing.
Yeah, me either. Suddenly I realized that I've been babbling my thoughts to Yuko out of the blue. She's a bit of a jumpy person, so I fear I might have made a bad impression.
Yeah, how are you doing, Zero?
She's looking at me with what I hope is curiosity rather than horror, so I figure she's alright. Sorry for suddenly talking about weird stuff like this. I didn't mean to trouble you. Actually, you know what, now that I think about it, if I went with the other option, I think I would have just gotten the bad route immediately.
I don't know. Oh no, it's not troubling. I'm happy to listen if you feel like talking. It makes me feel reliable too.
Yuko smiles sweetly and a little bit ironically at that. I respond with a thankful smile of my own. As she pushes the neat stack of books across the counter, I stand up and gather them in my arms.
Here you are.
Thank you.
I guess we'll be meeting each other again. Please come here anytime.
Yuko's kindness is heartwarming. You can count on it. See you later.
I don't know how old she is, so I don't know how appropriate a dating option for her would be.
I imagine she's like in her 30s.
Could be. Don't know. Game's not telling us.
The morning of the track meet greets me with a brilliant sunshine from a crystal blue sky. While I leisurely stroll towards the track, I decide this is a good sign. Of what? I'm not sure. This event isn't as exciting for me as it seems to be for a large portion of the student body. I'm even less interested in watching sports than I am in participating, but cheering for Emmy is a good cause. I'm not expecting this to be any sort of amazing, spectacular experience, but it can't hurt. I'd probably be spending the time reading while cooped up in my room otherwise. When I approach the bleachers, I spot Rin emerging from the crowd right before she spots me. You came. Of course, I said I would, didn't I? That didn't necessarily imply that you had to follow through. Lots of people say things and don't mean them. Well, I don't. Rin shrugs, seemingly bored with our conversation. She turns on her heel and heads back towards the stands. So are you excited about this? Not really. Me either. Then why did you come? Why did you? She doesn't reply at all, so I decide not to either. We enter the bleachers and Rin nods upwards. Up there. Rin leads the way, and soon we've settled down on an almost empty bench.
Okay, I can confirm there are 4 acts as expected, and I can confirm that there are no immediate bad routes right now. So there are options that you choose that goes towards either the
the problem is Ren's route is just not very clear.
Yeah. Well, so to give you some,
these characters do not look like they belong in the same game, by the way.
Yeah, the kind of. I wouldn't say they don't look like they don't belong in the same game, but like,
Their
yeah,
art
this
style
one
looks different.
The art style does look a little bit different on this one. But what I will say is that there are. So the way there isn't hugely branching actions as in the rest of the game. So once you choose a girl, it's kind of just you make choices, and some of them keep the same route you're already on, and some of them swap the route you're currently on.
Yeah, I'm worried about swapping it.
There's only one
for Ren's route, and that's Kenji, isn't it?
Well, I was gonna say there is only a single one that gets you the bad ending.
Okay.
And there's also only one option in the entire route that puts you on. Yeah, if you don't get the bad ending, there is exactly one single choice that you choose that gets you on the good ending or the neutral ending. So most of these choices don't matter that much.
Okay.
So choose the one that you think is right.
There's an older woman sitting next to Ren, someone's mother, I assume. She's got rather long hair done up in a braid.
I assumed she was saying either her mother or
no,
Emiest's mother.
On seeing Ren, she gives her an oddly familiar seeming grin.
Well, this is surprising. I thought you went to get a snack, not a boy.
This is not good.
This is no good.
This is no good.
She asked it in a kind of a question.
The woman laughs at Rin and shakes her head, apparently unable to find a comeback for what. I know the feeling.
Well, I suppose you've always been one to go out for one thing and bring back another. But I'm being rude. I haven't introduced myself. I'm, Mako Ibarazaki. Zaki.
Ibarazaki.
Yeah, I'm Mako Ibarazaki. I'm sure that if you know this girl, you've at least met my daughter, too. Pleased to meet you. So, yeah.
Well, I explain. She's like a taller, older, more motherly Emmy. Apart from her being somewhat darker than her daughters, there is really no mistaking the resemblance. Sorry, I'm Hisao Nakai. Nice to meet you. I'm Rin Tezuka. Miss Irabarazaki laughs again. She really does resemble her offspring, and then leans back a little on her seat and raises an eyebrow.
So now that we all know each other, how long have you and Rin been dating?
There it is!
So,
my response consists of silence as my brain suddenly lurches into gear. But just before I can begin to utter an hastily babbled explanation, Amy's mother bursts into laughter again.
You're a blusher, aren't you?
I don't know if there's any way to keep my dignity in this situation, so I settle for a mumbled response. We're not. I know, but it's funny to watch you squirm. Sorry,
I know, but it's funny to watch you squirm. I'm sorry for giving old woman her amusements.
She chuckles again to herself. Old woman. She sure doesn't look that old to me.
You are at most 32.
I suppose I can let it go. That's
How
a different
kind
movie.
of you.
It's starting. I direct my attention to the track where they're preparing for the first sprint. It looks like the 400-meter dash. My eyes scan the runners before finding Emmy. She's number 1. She's smiling with an almost cocky look at her face.
I mean, that makes sense.
On her face. The starter raises his pistol.
Is that an actual real pistol?
I think that was an actual legit pistol. Emmy explodes off the block, just disappearing from the starting line in a blur. It's amazing, even as the other sprinters converge on the lanes closest to the inside lane. Emmy surges to the front of the pack. By the time she rounds the final turn, a few of the other runners have caught up with her, but she puts on a final burst of speed that leaves them at least a half a second behind. Miss Irabarazaki whoops and shouts, applauding wildly and generally looking like any other parent cheering on their child. Emmy bounds off the track, looking pleased with herself. I cheer right along with the rest of them. The announcer, soundly suspiciously like Misha, gleefully gives the results.
I think she's gotten faster than since last time.
That was incredible. Miss Irabarazaki grins proudly.
The girl who had no hands reminds me of this girl. Emmy's a heck of a runner.
We fall silent as the next event prepares to start. I'm surprised to see Emmy striding out onto the track again. Wait, didn't she just run?
She's in every event. Yes, but she runs multiple events for the team, especially the sprints. I think that was still both of them were her. I thought one of them was the other.
Nope.
It's a lot of running, but Emmy can handle it.
From the looks of things, she's right. Emmy doesn't appear to be tired, as if she hadn't run from the previous event at all. If not for the sweat visible on her shirt, you'd never know. Which event is this?
The 200-meter dash.
Of course.
She'll do this one, the 100-meter, and the relay.
I see. Yes, that is the point of watching a game, you see. Once again, the pistol sounds, and once again, Emmy flies off the block. 8th. thumping sound draws my attention away from the race. It's Ren's foot. She seems completely absorbed in the race. We will rock you. Amy's mother cheers again. I assume that the race is over. Sprints don't seem to me like they take very long to complete.
They don't.
Your foot. Your foot was bouncing on the bleachers. You seem pretty into this stuff. I'm surprised. I thought you said this wouldn't be exciting. I suppose you're right. It's not that interesting. But I'm watching Emmy, not the sport. I don't follow. I'm supporting my friend, dumbass. Emmy's the most Emmy when she runs. You don't get to see Emmy at her Emiest very often. But here, you can. See? She directs my attention towards the track again, where the 100-meter dash is about to start. I watch Emmy closely. As she gets onto the starter blocks, her whole body seems to relax, but it's a false relaxation. False relaxation. I can see that she's actually like a coil spring. As the starter tells everyone to get set, her head snaps up and her eyes narrow slightly. Her mouth curls upward in what could be a grin and could be a growl. When the pistol goes off, it's as if she's been unleashed from a cage, like she was always moving at the blinding speed, but we couldn't see it happening until the starter's pistol dispelled the illusion of motionlessness. As soon as she crossed the finish line, the fierce look was replaced by her normal grin. The conquering general returning to his farm.
His farm?
I don't.
Oh, I get it. They're saying he's a farmer who went off to war and became the general, and then came back to his farm. Okay.
Amazing. She's really amazing. I've never seen anyone move that fast.
Oh, don't look at me. I'm far too relaxed to run that fast. No, I think Emmy's prowess all came from her father's side.
At the mention of Emmy's father, Miss Irabarazaki looks wistful, almost sad.
He got her into running, you know.
Ah, really? I didn't know that. I leave it at that and don't say anything for a while. I get the feeling this is something personal I shouldn't ask about. A beeping noise suddenly
speak of the devil!
From Miss Irabarazaki's pocket. Reaching into it, she pulls out a cell phone and looks at it.
Honestly, text messages? What is he, 16? Oh, nothing. I've got to go meet up with a friend of mine. Are you telling me I'm very proud of her, and then I'll call her later tonight?
Of course. While waiting for the relay to start up here at Rin, she seems uninterested in her surroundings, myself included. That remark she said before is still stuck in my head. Emmy's the most Emmy when she runs. It does make sense now that I think about it. After seeing her run now, I can believe that Emmy gives her all on the track.
Yep.
Sports are more than a hobby or even a competition to her. They're a defining aspect of her life. What about Rin then? Does she feel the same way about art? Considering the persistence she displayed before the festival, I could easily believe it. Did I see Rin at her most Rin when she was painting the mural? The relay's about to begin, but I don't see Emmy anywhere. Thought Emmy ran the relay. She runs anchor. So she won't be running for a while yet. Did you see it? Emmy at her Emiest, maybe? Maybe this time. The race begins and I cheer Emmy's teammates along as they pass the baton.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Anchor is the final.
Yes. Finally, I see Emmy sprinting onto the track to take the final handoff. Once again, I'm taken aback by how graceful she looks when she runs. It really is beautiful. The look of determination and fearlessness on her face only adds to the picture. Emmy at her Emiest, I suppose. Emi flies across the finishing line with a great leap, just barely ahead of the next runners, but still in first. Well, let's go down. Gotta crown the victor. See if you can find a laurel bench. I wasn't sure if that's.
That's
what
not
the
gonna
word
be
was.
easy since we're not in Greece.
That's not gonna be easy. Ren shrugs. At least we tried. Emi is surrounded by her teammates, all of them congratulating her on her run. Ren seems to be waiting for Emi to notice that she's arrived.
The one problem I will say is that while it's great, like to have Emi be her Emiest when she's running,
Yeah.
it does mean that when the day comes where she can't win these races anymore because
Ooh.
she is old and tired, she is absolutely going to feel like she's lost herself.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough for her.
Because she'll literally won't be Emi anymore. And it's like, oh.
It doesn't seem her style to draw attention to herself, or to emote beyond shrugging. Being more impatient than Ren, I waved to Emi in her stead. She looks up and grins happily at us.
Hey, you showed up!
We would have brought you a crown of laurels, but he said I didn't find one. Neither did you. It wasn't my job to look. When did we assign jobs? When I said, see if you can find a laurel branch. Try to keep up. Damn! I shrug. Guess friends rubbing off on me. Seems it's my fault. After all, Emi. Emi laughs at me. Emi laughs at Ren and me.
It's okay. I'm sure you'll make it up to me somehow.
Sure.
Good. So how do I look?
Very impressive. Emi seems pleased with the assessment. I don't mention how much more impressive her performance is, given her lack of legs. I figure she knows that already. Besides, it seems like it would take away from her efforts somehow.
Yep. Great to hear! I was worried that I looked a little slow in the relay, but I guess I did fine, huh?
Emi giggles and then seems to remember something.
Oh, before I forget! Ren and I are gonna do something next Sunday as a post-track meet celebration. Track meet, I should have said. But you should come along! Normally we do it the day after, but since today's Sunday, I've got homework and class and all that stuff to take care of.
Oh, sure, I'd love to.
Great, it's a promise then!
Alright, your mom wanted to say she's proud of you. She'll call you later tonight.
I thought I saw her in the stands. I'm glad she made it.
Oi, Emi! You're going to miss the medal ceremony.
Oh yeah, thanks!
She turns to Ren and myself.
You don't have to stick around for this part, it takes forever. Besides, you should get cracking on your homework now if you don't want to be up late, Sal.
Emi skips back to her teammates, leaving me and Ren by ourselves. Neither of us has the slightest interest in the post-competition ceremonies, so we silently get away and back to the quad. Ren yawns without even trying to restrain herself and shuffles her feet around restlessly. I feel awkward, but less so than if I was with someone else. Still, I'm not left hanging, not knowing what I should say next. Emi was great, wasn't she? She was great. I'm very jealous of her. Why? Because you were looking at her. Like I said, don't you think it's great to be able to really be yourself? Sounds real weird coming from Ren. I don't think you, of all people, should have trouble finding a way to express herself. Don't you have your paintings? She turns to look at me for the first time. I see in her eyes the strange, hollow expression that I think must be unique to her. No, you see, the problem is that I'm not really sure who I am. Whoa.
That would be the problem.
I'm still finding myself inside here. I would gesture pointing at my heart, but I can't. That's why I want to hear your heartbeat. Let me hear it. Today's art club meeting is currently on hold while everyone waits for Nomiya
oh my god.
Show up.
She actually managed to murder the art teacher.
I take this time to try and explain my theory about Yamako to Rin. And I think with that transition, that is going to have to be it for Oh, yep. That is gonna have to be it for today's
Saving
episode.
over the options, you bastard.
So like and subscribe to YouTube and Twitch. Comment to your videos. Do read them. Follow on Twitch. And we'll see you guys on the next Katawa Shoujo. Goodbye.
Good night, everyone.